and I just like to walk. Sometimes I wonder if when you guys watch this, if it bugs you that my background's moving so much because I'm walking. But Socrates, or am I thinking? I was It's Aristotle. I'm sorry. Once I was talking with a friend of mine, a friend who I'm co-writing the book about the 13 seasons. I'm co-writing with him. His name's Hugh, and we were talking. And when we were getting ready to write the book, I asked him what the focus of the book should be. I felt like he could know that, and he went on a walk. And as he was walking, he was walked around. And as he walked, the ideas came to him, and then he called me and talked me through what the focus of the book should be. And we went with that focus ever since. And he said to me that he heard that Aristotle, when he who's a philosopher, when he and the other philosophers were stuck with a problem, he would say, "Let's go on a walk." And all the philosophers would go on a walk together and just talk through it while they walked. And by the end, they would have worked through their philosophical problem. So I know when I do these live streams, it really helps me just to walk while I do it. So here I am walking. So we're celebrating love right now. It's in the love season. And this week, some really cool ideas about love have been coming to me. And one concept that's come to me really strongly is that one way to talk about love is that love is the power by which people do things for others, even when the only reward is seeing the benefit to others. So there's all kinds of things we do because because oneself will benefit, right? So, I might, go to work because I want a paycheck. When you have love, you do something just because you want to see someone else benefit. Like you do some kind of work, like wrap a present, or cook something, or bake cookies for someone, or go to someone when it's inconvenient and sit with them when they're sad. Like it's work that we do only because we love someone. Like we do that. That seems to me like what makes love unique, is you do it just to help. And then that gets me thinking about sacrifice and how connected sacrifice is with love. That when we make sacrifices for whomever and whatever we love. And when we make sacrifices for anyone or anything, we start loving, we feel more love for that. If you make lots of sacrifices for someone, your love for them will grow and grow and grow because of the act of sacrificing. In fact, this can even create problems, right? Sometimes people are in relationships that aren't good for them, and they've made lots of sacrifices for someone else in a toxic relationship. And because they've made so many sacrifices, it makes it harder to get out of that relationship. You feel like you've invested more, and so you feel more love. Hello, people that are here. A bunch of people just came in. One person's asking, what are you doing? I'm getting on today to just talk through my feelings about love. And all kinds of love. Like, just love in every form that it can be. I'm just sort of thinking it through while I walk. So I think when we sacrifice for people, we love more because we sacrificed. And when we love more, we want to sacrifice more. Hello, Kay. And why does this matter? Like, why does this matter at all? Well, I think one application of this goes to the earth, like the earth itself, right? Like sometimes I just feel so much love for our planet, for Earth. I think of the astronauts who describe going to space, and they look at the Earth from space for the first time and it takes their breath away, and they realize how much they love this planet. And I think it has to do with the sacrifice principle. It's sometimes we might take this planet for granted because it's the only place we've ever been. But then when you go to space for the first time, you're not on the planet, and then you realize how much you appreciate it. And that makes sense to me. Like Sometimes I think I take our planet for granted because I'm here all the time. But like I've sacrificed a lot in connection with this planet, you know? Like everything I've ever done has been on this planet and in connection to this planet. I've spent my entire life in a relationship with this planet. I've invested a lot in my relationship with this planet. Every hard thing I've been through was on this planet. And so I've invested so much in my relationship with this planet that it helps me love this planet. And when I stop and think about it and think about how much this planet means to me and how much richness I've enjoyed because of this planet and how much goodness I have in my life because of this planet, when I stop and think about that, I just want to cry with happiness because I feel so grateful for our planet. And then when I do that, then that motivates me to want to do little things that I can do to look after the health of our planet. And then when I think about that, I realize that when I do that, I'm looking after the health of everyone. Because if our planet is healthier, then it benefits every single thing that lives on our planet. I have this image come in my head now of like deep roots, like very deep roots coming out of my body and going deep down into the earth. Just like a tree has deep roots way into the earth. And I feel like all of my love for our planet, all of my experience lived on our planet, has put deep roots into our planet. It's like I'm deeply rooted here. I'm like committed to this experience on Earth. And you know, that motivates me to, just do little things like recycle or something. I know it's complicated because at least where I live, not all, when you recycle, it doesn't always really, a lot of it ends up in landfill anyway, so it doesn't actually get, but I'm at least doing my part. I'm at least trying, like I don't throw food in the garbage. I have like a hole in my backyard where I put all the food at so that it can like I put all my food in this hole so that it'll like break down there instead of just getting trapped in the garbage because that helps the earth more. And I don't like some people like try to make compost. I'm not necessarily trying to make compost that I'm going to use for my own garden. I'm just trying to like help the earth have more compost for the earth itself, not necessarily for me to benefit. Um, um, that is interesting. So there's this comment here. My name is Srillington L. Gooding Splat, and sometimes I move my brain to view it and admire